Hey guys, Pokecord enthusiast here, and today I'm going to be showing you guys a gym battle. This video we're going to be delving deep into strategy. The gym I'm the owner of is a starter gym where I'm only allowed to use starter Pokemon. Now this allows me to give a wider spread of strategy in total. We're playing 3v3, max of 2 megas. Now, for this battle, I'm going to be starting out with Decidueye, which is right here. Decidueye is Gen 7, and it's a ghost grass combo Pokemon. Now, the reason I use Decidueye is because of its moveset. It can counter both grass types if they try and snipe me using a water type Pokemon, and it can counter water types if they predict that I'm going to be using a fire type Pokemon. Because for my starter gym, I have to remember that everything's going to have a counter. In other gyms, a lot of times they can just like, for example, Psychic Gym, they just have the super effective types banned. I can't exactly do that in my gym. So we're gonna go into this first battle here. I do have all of my rules, obviously. Some of them do give me some advantages, but it's what's gotta happen, because I can't just ban types like these other gyms. For this gym, they are not allowed to use a dragon type Pokemon unless it is part starter, and here's what I'm talking about. So basically, if he used this, if he used water or grass, I would have won the fight because of my Brave Bird. Now, I'm going to be using Leaf Storm. Leaf Storm is, I believe it's a 120 power grass special attack move, and Decidueye is actually a split between a special attacker and a physical attacker, but it's strong enough that it's going to be what I want to use. So unless I get one shot by silenced, I should be able to win this match, and I do get one shot. So, silenced. I forgot Mega Sharpedo New Crush. And then, okay. So we know he has Mega Sharpedo. If you get the bot, I'm just gonna move that down here. It's one of my servers. We're gonna do percent weakness, Mega Sharpedo. So it's weak to a host of things. Most notably for me, though, is it's weak to Fairy. Not that I'm going to be taking advantage of that here. What I'm going to be doing is, because if I do dot moves Sharpedo, I'm actually going to be, basically, I know he has a dark type move, a poison type move, and water type moves. So if Swampert isn't going to be weak to any of those. So I'm actually going to switch over to Mega Swampert. I think, no. Pincharisu. What? Alright, we'll mess with that. Pachirisu? Yeah. Pachirisu. Yeah, okay. So we're actually gonna go with Swampert and hope he doesn't switch. Because if he does switch to something that can if he switches to a grass type, I'm basically dead. But if I use a grass type and he guesses that by using a fire type, then I'm also basically dead. The one thing he probably wouldn't expect me to use is going to be that water type. And now, so Mega Swampert is only weak to grass, and he's quad weak to grass, which is interesting. For Pokecord, your moveset is going to be Earthquake, Rock Slide, I believe, Hammer Arm. Yeah, Earthquake, Rock Slide, Hammer Arm, Muddy Water. Muddy Water is an interesting one because yes, it's a water type move, so it's a stab move, so it's 120 power technically, but it's 85 accuracy and uses Swampert's special attack. So Earthquake is a better choice because it's a stab move, it goes to a 150 damage attack, which is extremely beneficial because his main attack power is in physical attack. So we're gonna send off the second duel to this guy and see what we can get cooking. I do have gyms on my own server, but they're not as active, so this is the server that chances are most gym challenges are going to be coming from. Now let's see, if he guessed that I would be, he did not guess. Ooh. I'm seeing a pattern here. Okay, that's all I needed to know, because now I know I can just do that. And I don't think Banete has any... Nope, Banete can't one-shot me, and if we go here and do dot dex, Banete... Oh. We can see that basically it's... come on, load, please. What I'm getting at is its defense is really low. Basically. Look at that defense. And I'm a physical attacker. I'm really surprised that didn't one-shot. Yikes. Okay, he might be able to two-shot me. If so, that's really sad. No, he two-shot... No, he didn't. Oh. I thought he was gonna two-shot. Okay. So now here's the thing. Because it's a 3v3, I counter Sharpedo. I already counter Sharpedo, and he's down a Pokemon. He has one slot left. Yeah. And then finally, for this one, I think we are going to go... We're going to go with... Oh, mine's an X. We are going to go with Mega Charizard X. Now, one of the things you have to remember when dueling in Pokecord, it doesn't matter. Status moves aren't a thing. It doesn't matter if a move normally takes multiple turns to complete. It happens instantly. You don't get negative side effects from using moves. So the entire game changes drastically. Now, let's go back and look at that weakness for Sharpedo. So, he's weak to flying, which is, I may not actually want to go with this. Because this is gonna, no. Oh no, he's not weak to flying. He's weak to fighting, which, not the best thing for me. We're gonna actually go with Mega Sceptile here. Mega Sceptile is an extremely quick Pokemon. Which one do I think the one I want to use is this one. Because it technically has higher in the areas I want. Okay. Let's hope he doesn't use a fire type. If he uses a fire type, then it'll be interesting. So he didn't, and I don't think he one-shots, which means I can two-shot, which is going to allow me to get the win, because he's already used both his Megas, so he was forced to use that. And this, because if we do Dex Bofilent, it does have a okay special def, but once again, I'm using a high... Oh, yeah, I forgot he had Mega Horn. He has a move that's super effective against me. It's a 120 bug type. Okay. Now here we have to make some decisions. So we know Bofalant is weak to fighting. So if we do moves, we have Hammer Arm, which if we do, it's going to turn to a 200 power move, which we're going to want to stick with it. Even though it's fighting, I get that. We're going to stick with it because Earthquake is only give us 150. So they've only got 2 Pokemon left. Well, they've got 2 Pokemon left. I've got 1 Pokemon left. This actually isn't looking up for me. Which, once again, one thing you have to remember in the main Pokemon games, you can really strategize in Pokecord. A lot of it is going to be luck. Once again, as I've already been explaining, there is some strategy to every single one of my picks. Oh, I need to turn that to an X. Okay. Let's see which one he uses first. Okay. So for this guy, we're just simply going to use our Hammer Arm. It should one-shot, and I don't think his Bofalant, even if I miss, he shouldn't be able to one-shot me, which means I can go again, and I shouldn't miss 2 90% moves in a row, so I think it's a safe bet. Yeah, none of those are going to one-shot me. So I'm going to be okay even if I miss, but it's a 90% move, I shouldn't be missing. And if I hit this one and it doesn't one-shot, I am going to use Earthquake now, because Earthquake is going to be a guaranteed hit, and that's what I need. Okay, so it's me versus his Mega Sharpedo. This is gonna get interesting. Let's look at that again. Sharpedo, I guess it's Sharpedo. Electric, Fighting, Bug, Grass, Fairy. Now he takes normal damage from ground, and if we do down moves, this is gonna be interesting. I don't think he's gonna be able to take me down. Let's look at his physical defense. He is not gonna be able to take me down, I don't think. Well, we'll see. This is gonna be interesting. He goes first, which is bad for me, but he doesn't do enough damage. That's what we needed. I think he has some moves that may be able to still kill me. I could be wrong though, but basically overall, none of that is gonna one-shot me even if it lands. So I've gotten this match. That's why I used Earthquake, because I knew my Mega Swampert could kill off his Mega Sharpedo. Then I didn't know what he was going to use for the second round, and I got a bit lucky on that with it taking out Venete. And then, once again, Swampert killed Bofalant. So the Swampert swept. Mega Swampert is like the ace in the pocket for this, because Mega Swampert has a really large range of moves. It has Earthquake, which because it's the same type of it, it's going to be a stab move, putting it to 150 power, combined with its already beefy physical attack. Then we're going to have Fighting in Hammer Arm. We're going to have Rock and Rock Slide. Both those are 90% moves, so those are pretty good. And then finally you have Muddy Water, which I already explained. And that's the thing. You want to be really careful, especially if you're leader of a gym, that you don't fall into like a reoccurring strategy, I guess you could say. What I'll do is I'll always, so for this gym, I've got 2 versions. I have 3v3 where they can use 2 megas, or 3v3 no megas. So for the 3v3 no megas, what I do is basically I use all the Gen 7 starters, which basically what that allows me to do, all the Gen 7 stars are dual types, which does give me more weaknesses, but it gives me more coverage. In total, with all of my starters, I cover 14 of the 18 types in the game. And that's not including like the fact that no, I don't have. Oh, never mind. The thing I was going to point out, I just realized was false. But this gym actually has a pot. They get half of it from beating it. It was actually claimed recently. Okay. Yeah. I'm trying to think of his thought process here. So Swampert, Mega Swampert is actually basically the beefiest of all of the. Oh, yeah, I love my starters. So that is rough. He had so few people. Going versus ground is psychic. Yeah, so that's I use the Mega Swampert because if they bring in a Mega Gardevoir, the Earthquake is so powerful and its defense is so low that it can one-shot. It can one-shot almost any Psychic. Yeah, so he's quad weak to grass, so if you hit anything with grass, it completely brings him down. Quad weak, there's nothing you can do. But his coverage is so good, especially once they've shown all of their Pokemon, they have no grass types, I can dominate with him. So that was just a bit of strategy. We delved a bit inside of it, and that was just a challenge at my starter gym. I hope you guys enjoyed and learned something. We're going to be doing a lot of these, and I will do some standalone videos where I delve deep into just the strategy of Pokecord as a whole. Thank you all for watching, and this has been the Pokecord Enthusiast.